All right, guys, so it's 6 o'clock. I am Tammy Roach, and I'm here to do another Facebook Live. I know we started our group last week, and oh my gosh, I am so humbled by how many of you all have joined in, how many of you all have gotten your friends involved, and I just hope you're doing wonderful. I really hope that in the next maybe week or two, we'll be able to start seeing some before and during pictures. I know for me, it took about 3 weeks for me to notice a difference. So I'm hoping that maybe, like I said, 2 more weeks or so, some of you guys will have some really good pictures. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is, let me put my glasses on so I can see. The first thing I'm going to start off with is this morning at church, Kyle Eidelman, I go to Southeast, and one of the things that he said is our sermon series is on changing the world one person at a time and one day at a time. And that really resonated with me because that's what I keep saying. This is a one day at a time process. One day, one person. If I can help one of you guys to reach your goals in health or in weight loss, then my mission has been done. But one of the things he said is little things that you do each day are going to add up. It's a cumulative effect. Stick with it and it will change so much. And a story he had told us, which really makes sense. He was talking about an airplane. An airplane leaves from LAX and they're headed to New York. So the airplane makes just about an 18-inch change as it's going to New York City, okay? Just that 18-inch change as it's going across the country. Guess where it ends up? Anybody go to Southeast this morning? Guess where it ends up? It ends up in Washington, D.C. So an 18-inch change, and you can make that much of an effect in where that plane from LAX ended up going to D.C. instead of New York City. I thought that was really cool. I hope that means something to you guys. It did to me. So one of the things that I've been seeing on the site is that I'm not going to fast today, right? I've seen that a couple times. Well, I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. Or I'll start my timer over tomorrow. You have to do this every day, okay? And if you look back at my fast, and you can, and I'll show you how in a little bit. If you look back at my fast, over the weekend, Brian and I went to Gatlinburg, and I literally had a day where I fasted for 12 hours. Because I had closed my window, and I edited my window, because I kind of started feeling a little lightheaded. We hadn't had a whole lot to eat that day. And I told Brian, I just need something to eat. So I ate some crackers and peanut butter. And then I closed my window again, but it was like 10:30. So then the next morning, we left Gatlinburg, and we went to Cracker Barrel. Again, it was like 10:30. So I had 12 hours. But I closed my window at 10:30. I opened the window back up at 10:30 in the morning, and I had a 12-hour fast. It's all good, right? I didn't say, oh, well, I'll just start back tomorrow night. Close your window, even if you only have a 10-hour window. Make sure that you're closing and opening your window because you're forming habits. Again, this morning we were talking about habits at church. And as you form these habits, you can keep building upon them. And this is a lifestyle change. This is not a diet. Guys, that's one of the biggest things that I had to get used to is just understanding this is not a diet. This isn't something I'm going to do for a couple months and lose my 20, 30 pounds and put the weight right back on. Okay, I'm going to get thin, I'm going to get healthy for the rest of my life. Right, Donna?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So how many people we got on?
25.
25, okay. So we're always going to be a work in progress. Just kind of keep that in mind. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys how to find the app. So you will go into the App Store on your phone. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have an iPhone, so I'm going to go into the App Store, and I will search for, it's called Life, Intermittent Fasting. I know there's a Life 360 if you want to keep track of your kids and your husbands, but we're going with Life Intermittent Fasting. Okay, so it looks like a little white thing with the blue and a white heart in the middle of it, and so you're going to download that to your phone, okay? Once you download that to your phone, you'll log in. You're going to create a profile, You'll put in your name, create a username, your email, and then you'll have an account. So that'll actually get you your account. Once you have your account, if you want to be in our group, which we have an awesome group, we already have 122 members in a week. But once you have the account set up, you can get the links off of our Facebook, our TAM's Delay Don't Deny Facebook group. So it's posted on there in several different places. You can always ask one of us. I have several different moderators, admins on there, and any of us will be happy to give you that link again if you can't find it. One thing I must say, I know a friend of mine, Tammy, who actually owns the group, okay? So Tammy Scroggum owns the group. She works with me, and her and I started this together, and she actually built the group. So if you see Tammy Scroggum, you'll know that is the right group. But she did try to get her mom logged in yesterday, and she said that you must have a Galaxy 6 or higher for it to work if you're using a Android machine, Android phone, okay? Oh, look at us. We're 24 of us that are fasting. I started right before we started. So I'll kind of show you, right here you'll kind of see, it says Tammy and Friends. You can see myself.
Flip it up a little bit.
Flip it up like that.
I'll look for the other way.
Oh, other way, sorry. You got a good picture? Okay, so you can see our little Halloween picture. That's Tammy and I at work. So that's what the group actually looks like if you're searching for it. You can also search on the Life app for Tammy and Friends, and you should be able to find us. You can correct me if you're wrong. Does anybody have any questions yet out there listening in Facebook world? Y'all good?
Let's see any.
Okay, anybody saying hi? Lots of people saying hi?
I'm waving back.
Okay, hi guys. Love you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm trying to be very conscious of your all's time. So go to the profile. I am going to, let me see where I'm at here. Give me just a second. Okay, so down at the bottom, you have home, feed, notifications, learn, and profile. So I started, of course, if you know me, I started over at the end, profile. So we're going to go into our profile. So first of all, after you set up your profile, you'll have your name and your username, and it'll tell you how long that you have been a Life user. So if you're just starting out, it's going to say 0 days or maybe 1 day, I'm not sure. Mine's at 68 days, okay? So what you can do is go in and first of all, what I would do is go in and hit edit. And then you can put your little picture up there so we know what you look like. And then you can write down, there's a place, I'm not sure what it says. It may say description. Do you remember, Donna, what it says right here? Where you can like write something about yourself.
I don't remember what it says.
Yeah, description or some kind of blurb. And I just put, that I began this way of life on October 30th, 2019. I had a weight problem my entire life, and I love to find who I am. I've tried Weight Watchers, keto, low carb, low fat, counting calories, and so on and so on. But you can read a little bit about me. It's a couple paragraphs. So I would love for each of you all to fill that out, because that kind of lets us know a backstory on you. And of course, not everyone knows everyone. And then you just hit save, and you can go on back to your profile. After that, I like to look at my data. On my data, you will be able to put in your birth date, your race, your residence, and then it asks you questions about lifestyle, like how much stress are you under, if you have any diagnosed conditions, or if there's any health concerns. So you should go back there and fill that life data out. It says that it's securely stored in their HIPAA compliant group. We use this information to make calculations in the app. So I assume they use that information to make changes to their app. So I think it's a good idea to have that filled out too. Okay, so everybody good?
Yeah, Tammy Hilbert had asked what the app is. It's Life, L-I-F-E.
Yes, L-I-F-E. And I think if I'm not, yeah, it's just Life, L-I-F-E, Life. So the next thing that I wanted to look at is, let's see, we did my data, and then it goes in, this is my favorite part of that. It says I'm currently fasting. My goal is 19 hours, and I have 19 hours remaining because I just started it literally before we went live. So that is my profile, and then it has fast here. I love, love, love this. So remember when I told you that I only had 12 hours? Okay, Donna. Am I good?
Down.
Down.
No, the other way.
Other way.
On down.
Maybe Tom's sitting.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Like this?
Let me see if I can get.
Okay. So I might need some assistance. My lovely assistant, Donna. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
So you can see, like, in the middle of the week
There
there.
we go.
Okay, so see in the middle of the week where it's just blue? Okay, that's that 12-hour fast. I did nothing that day. I was not burning any fat. I just slept, basically, okay? But it's on there, and there's not a day missing in the middle of my fasting progress, okay? What I love about it, it tells me that this week I have fasted for 22 hours is my longest fast. It tells me how many hours total I have fasted. And I just don't know if y'all are seeing this or not. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it just tells you how long. What if I do this? Can you sit this way?
No, let me put mine closer.
Okay.
And you can just kind of go from that. Where
so,
are you at?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. 32 hours in ketosis. So you can go back on it for weeks. Each week, you can hit the arrow buttons, and it'll take you back to however many weeks back you go. And you can kind of see what I like to do with that is I like to go back and think, okay, the weeks that I did best and I really could tell a big difference in my energy level or how I was feeling or even maybe my weight. I go back and look at that, how many hours total I was in ketosis that week to kind of check that out. So what are we doing? Checking that, seeing if you can get it on there. Yeah, so while I was in Gatlinburg, I had an 11-hour and 4-minute fast. That was on January 1st. Then I had a 15-hour and 20-minute fast. And then I had a 12-hour fast. And 0 minutes because I was watching it before I took my first bite to hit the stop button. It has fasting metrics, like it tells you how many hours in total you have fasted. It tells you the longest fast I've ever done is 22 hours. I'm not a 24-hour girl, and someday I'll try it, but when I'm not worried about it. And then it tells me the total hours fasted is 69, or total fast that I have done is 69. So I've been on this for 69 days. Generally, like the people out in the Delay Don't Deny group, they do pictures their 50th day and then their 100th day, their 100th fast. So the pictures that you all see where everybody says, I can't believe that's 11 pounds. Okay, that was my, I'm off.
Touch it.
Touch it?
Touch your phone.
I can't believe that was only 11 pounds. That was 50 fast, okay? So I'm at 69 now. That means I've been doing it for 69 days. Okay, so Donna's kind of showing you hers.
It's yours.
Oh, she's showing you mine. She's in my Facebook. Great. So you can kind of see that I did 69 fast, longest fast 22 hours, total fast, and total hours in ketosis. So one thing that I will explain in just a minute when we get back out there is if you decide that you're going to stop your fast and then you're going to start it again in a little bit, you need to edit that because if you don't, you're going to end up creating 2 fasts for the day. And I know we've had that question a couple times. How many fasts in a day can I have? You want to have one fast and 1 feast. And like I said, you can edit the time, but you don't want to like stop it and then come back in and start it again and then start fasting again. Does that make sense? Everybody good? How's everybody doing, Donna? Everybody good?
No questions.
No good? Okay, no questions. So then I'm going to go over to, if we go backwards, oh wait, hold on, let's look at settings. I think there was something in settings. It had something up in the top right hand corner, we have a settings button. Really the only thing I can see up there is report inappropriate contact. It has sync data, and it was Apple Health. If you have Apple Health, it'll sync your data to Apple Health, but I don't use that, I use Fitbit. So the next button over, I'm going to go to learn. It's just going, like I said, backwards, like I do most things backwards. And they do have some different videos and some documents in there, articles and videos that you can read and watch that may give you a little bit more information. Like you all know, we're learning this together, so of course I don't know all there is to know about this by no means, and there may be some really good information out there. If you're like me, I don't have time to read them. So the next one, going backwards, we have notifications. So the notifications are just where people are commenting on a post that I may have made or like the post. So it's kind of like Facebook. It gives me notifications. I don't check that too quite often, and you may not either. As we get more friendly with each other and we get to know each other at our, let's see, what do we call them? Measurement meetings. Measurement meetings, get it, MMs. So as we get to know each other at our measurement meetings, we may start commenting on people's stuff a little bit more. If you go over to feed, I do like this. It gives you, if you go to feed, you can see Tammy and friends up at the top. And so that means those are my friends. And I have a couple people who have been asking me some questions out there. And like Emily today, she said that she made it 24 hours. That was 1 hour ago. Awesome, Emily Meisner. I'm so proud of you. So then I can like it and I can comment back to her. And then I also have those are announcements. I have some private posts where somebody may send me something privately that they want to ask me where everybody doesn't see it out here on the group. And I've had a couple people email me privately. You can create a post if you have somebody that's on the app with you, like a friend, and you want to send them a message. If you look in the top right-hand corner, there's a little piece of paper with a pencil where you can click on that, and you can either do a public post where we're all going to hear about it, or you can click that down and do just a circle post. Okay, public post is all of your circles. Circle post is only the circles you select. And then private post is if you just want to send it to one person within our group, okay? So you can send posts to each other, maybe encourage each other. Something that I did notice, and I was telling Donna, so a little more thing. So down at the bottom of the post, you can add photos, which I think is kind of cool, and you can tag people. Okay, so if you want to, you can add photos and show each other like how well you're doing. Once we get into that, like I said, 2-3 weeks out, you guys will start noticing huge differences in your photos, okay? Maybe not the scales, but the photos, I promise.
Can you explain how to connect with Tammy and friends again? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So, so remind me that we're going home after that, but so if you're wanting to connect with Tammy and friends, once you have the Life app downloaded on your either Android or Apple product phone, you'll create your account, and then once you have your account created, you can go into the announcement that I made about this on our TAMS Delay Don't Deny Intermittent Fasting friends. You can go in there. I have it in there lots of different places that says join my circle. You can click on that, and then once you click on it, it'll say congratulations, you joined the circle. And so once you do that, you're going to see all the friends that we have in that group, which is where I'm about to go now. If you have any questions after we get finished and you can't seem to figure it out, please feel free to message me or put it out there on the group, and anybody can answer it for you that's already in the group. I will say that I've noticed quite a few people are starting to post stuff, about how they're feeling, what they're eating, how their day's going. I know not all of us have time to be on Facebook all the time, but I would like to see people maybe encouraging each other a little bit more. I know some people don't know each other yet, but it'd be really great if it wasn't, if people were a little bit encouraging and trying to encourage those of us that are making public posts and needing the support. So then I'm going to go to home. This is my favorite. So you go to home, okay? So we see right now, Donna, it says 24 fasting, right? Down at the bottom. Does your home look like my home?
No.
Okay.
Let me get on your page. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, are you on Life or are you on Facebook? Okay, Life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 24 fasting?
Yep.
Okay, so you'll see 24 fasting. So that's 24, and you kind of see Tammy and friends. There's 24 of us fasting. Okay, so, and you can kind of scroll, and you see all the little faces of people that are fasting with us. Let's start down there because this is a pretty important page. So if you click on the Tammy and you see the little carrot to the right, if you click on that, that shows you the Tammy and Friends. Again, it's a picture of Tammy and I from Halloween. And it says a group of friends on a journey to a healthier life. And then you can scroll down and see the 124. We had 122, I think, a while ago. 124 members that we have. And you can kind of see where they're at in their fasting process. Okay? You can click on them. Say that I want to see what Donna Haven has to say. I can click on hers and I want to see how she's doing. So she's goal is 17 hours and she has 16 hours remaining. And I can kind of read what she has done so far. And I know she has the longest fast of 26 hours. You go, girl. And she's been doing it for 18 days. Okay? So 18 days. And then, of course, there's her little blurb underneath her name. Now, if I don't want to, there's a way for somebody not to see your stuff.
I think you can block it.
Can you block it? I'm going to block you for a second. Block. Are you sure you want to block this user? You will no longer be able to see posts from this user. So, no, that's not the way. There's a way to make yourself hidden, and I thought I had that done and was going to tell you all, but I don't. So if anybody's interested, if anybody does not want their stuff to show, then message me and I'll figure that out and let you all know. I'll put it in a post. Because I did have somebody say that they don't want anybody to be able to see all the stuff that they're doing. So if you do know how to do that already because you figured it out because you're that person, then let me know. Okay. So, like I said, this is my favorite spot. You have your circle. So you can see I started fasting right before we went live at 5:54. I had my big red right before we started. Finished that one up. So you can see where we start. Now, say that after a while, I decide that I want to, I don't know, have a honey bun or something, okay? You can click on edit right underneath of that. Okay, so click on edit. Right underneath of where the start time is. Yep, got it. And then click on the little pencil and line. And I can change that to 6:54. Say that I have my honey bun at 6:53. I can change that to 6:54 and then just hit the blue update button. Okay? So you can change that. Or you can delete it. You can delete it out. Say that you have been starting and stopping. Say that you had stopped your fast and then just started another fast at 6:57, you can go in and delete that 1 hour fast. Because whenever I was learning this in the beginning, I had to do that a couple times because I had start and stopped a couple times. I don't recommend that. I recommend pushing through and not eating a honey bun. But there has been times that I had to edit my start time. Okay, so we know how to edit a start time. So, did you know that you can edit how many hours you're going to fast? So, I can, like the other day, I was like, okay, well, I know we're going to eat breakfast in the morning. So, I did the down button to 12 hours so that I knew that when it got to 12 hours, I was done. Okay, I knew we'd be eating, and it was just easier in my mind to know, okay, I'm not going for 19 today. I've only got to do 12, and it told me how many minutes I had left. So there's this little button in the middle. Donna, this is post mood. I actually do this. I don't think anybody else sees it. I've not really figured out that they keep track of that anywhere. But I like to do it just to know that I feel awesome or that I'm starving. I do it for myself. And I don't know if any of you have done it. Has any of the rest of you all ever done that? Posted your mood? And it doesn't post anywhere as far as I know. I've not seen it anywhere else. But you can post your mood. So, I guess some of you all have seen your little, put me back up to 19 hours, Donna, on my life.
All right, you're
okay, so do you see the fire starter, the little flame on my circle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, click on that. If you click on the little circle, it's going to say that at that time, your body, you go into ketosis. So if you see the little flame, you can click on it and it says ketosis. Your body is starting to break down and burn fat. And you can either hit okay, and because okay, I've seen this many times, or you can go into tell me more and it'll talk about what ketosis is. Now today, I did really good because my other friend Donna and I went to church, and we went to late service so that we could eat late, and we didn't eat until I think almost 2 o'clock. So I actually was able to get into heavy ketosis. I had a different flame. There were 2 flames. There was a ketosis flame and a heavy ketosis. And so heavy ketosis says you switch to fat burning mode and are generating significant ketones. Okay, so that was, I just had taken a picture of it today, Donna, so that I'd know to talk about it. Again, you can click on OK, or you can click on Tell Me More. So I was super excited about doing that today. So that is that. Oh, something that's really cool. So underneath of your 19 hours and where you can change it to 12 hours if you're only going to do 12 hours or 19, however many hours you're planning to do. Okay, you have elapsed and you have remaining. Okay, so if you click on underneath of your 19 hours, it should say, does it say remaining right now?
No, I don't see something wrong. In fast?
Right above in fast where you have your timer that's clicking down. Am I fasting right now on that
You're
one?
fasting. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right above in fast, see where it says remaining 1828? Does it say remaining?
That says elapsed.
Okay, so it says elapsed right now, but if you click on elapsed, it'll...
Oh, there goes remaining. There you go.
Okay, so I love this, and it was just a fluke that we found it. Tammy and I found it at work. So you can change that from how much time you have remaining till you break your fast, or you can change it to how much time has elapsed. So I have 32 minutes has elapsed. I'm 32 minutes into my fast, but I have 18 hours and 27 minutes to go until I can eat a honey bun, or whatever it is I'm going to eat. I do not recommend breaking a fast with a honey bun. You may, especially if you're at work or in a public place, okay? Not a honey bun. So there is also on this page a place to, look, I don't know what this is. It said, okay, so I clicked on this up in the top right-hand button. Join me and the C's Life with, okay, so Life Intermittent Fasting. But I'm not sure if that's going to take you to our group. So I'm going to send that to Donna right now on her phone and see if it texts her to our group. Let me see what that does. Okay, it doesn't do anything. She may already be in the group. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that is. It looks like a share button.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe. Okay, so it let me share. Maybe it won't let me share because you're here. Let me do Donna Johnson. Okay, so Donna Johnson, are you on here?
Mm-hmm.
She is. Okay, so let me text this to you and see what it does. Okay, here you go. So I think it just sent her where I'm at right now. So if I wanted to say, hi, look at me, Donna, I'm at 24 hours, I can share that with her through a text message, okay? So that is basically all I know about the app. I know lots of you all had asked me to kind of run through some things, and I hope that helped a little bit. So if you have any more questions, or if you have information that you can share with us, please feel free to do below. So I am going to run through just a couple more things. I know we're 30 minutes, 28 minutes into it. So I'm going to run through just a couple more things. Sunday, January 26th at 5 o'clock this time. 5 o'clock. We're going to do a little bit earlier so that people can maybe...
Donna said it sent her something.
Okay, sent Donna a text, I think.
It sent her something.
Okay, great. So we're thinking we already have 20 people say that they are coming, and I have about 15, 16 that say that they may. So we are going to try to move it to Hebron Estates Community Center. It's on Birkeland Boulevard. It's actually right behind my house. As soon as it's confirmed that we have that date locked down at the community center, I will post the address. And again, those are going to be called measurement meetings, MMs. So we hope to have you all there. I have some really cool ideas on things that we can do to make it fun, to make the what's it called, fellowship fun, and y'all have a good time and look forward to it. So once a month instead of once a week. I think that's pretty cool. So delay, don't deny journal. I know a lot of you all have asked, can you see that okay, about the delay, don't deny journal. I bought it just because so I could help you all, so I could show you guys. So looking through it, I mean, it's okay. It tells you you can customize the journal. It tells you how to use the journal. It talks about a clean fast. Again, for those of you that are on this group, we do clean fast on this group. Please do not tell anybody on the group it's okay to put creamer in your coffee. Please don't tell people it's okay to chew gum. Please know that we are going by the delay, don't deny plan and with intermittent fasting, and as those comments are made, they will be deleted because we are not going by a dirty fast, basically. If you don't know what a clean fast is, you need to get the Delay Don't Deny book or go to Jen Stevens' website. It's delaydon'tdeny.com, or no, it's jenstevens.com, P-H-E-N-S, Jen, G-I-N-S-T-E-P-H-E-N-S.com. Thank you, Dawn. She's down there nodding. Okay, so anyway, it has all about me. It just talks about where you are in the process, the stages of intermittent fasting, which I posted that on our page. And then it has a fasting tracker. So I don't see me using this because I use the app. Honestly, I don't really see me using this much. I'd like to say that I'm going to, but I don't think I will. It has weight loss milestones. I may do that and put that in the book. I didn't start it because I don't want y'all to know what my weight is. Daily weighing tracking. Okay, daily weighing tracking. Let's talk about this for a minute. So I've said throw away your scales, right? Because we are going to just look at progress through pictures and measurements. However, if you want to start weighing every single day, you can do that and then average your weighing at the end of a week, at the end of 7 days. So weigh every single day, add those up, divide by 7, and then get your average weight for the week. And do that consistently. And Jen says that you will see your weight going down, okay? Because the whole thing about, I could weigh tomorrow, I could be up, okay. I was up when I got home from Gatlinburg. I get on the scales, but it doesn't bother me because I'm not married to what the scales say like I used to be when I was counting calories or counting carbs or counting points, okay? So the scale doesn't bother me. I hope all of you all get to that point, and you will. But anyway, I did weigh when I got back from Gatlinburg, and I was up, figured I would be. Had a pretty good evening last night, got rid of some stuff out of my body, and was back down to where I was before I went to Gatlinburg. So, I mean, just in one day, I'm telling you, it was 5 pounds. 5 pounds difference, okay? So, I would stay off the scales if it bothers you, if you kind of freak out, if you're up a little bit, and like I used to be, if I was up, I would eat because I was mad, or if I was down, I'd eat because I had a little bit of leeway, right? So if you have problems like that, I'd say stay off of the scales. It has a weight tracking graph, again, whatever. It does have a movement journal. It talks about how much you moved. Jen's big thing is move more. Not really go to the gym, not the cardio, she doesn't say a bunch of that. She just says move more. So I'm really going to work on, as I go back to work tomorrow, moving more, maybe trying to use my stairs at work. It has a weekly calendar and planner. It talks about fasting goals and affirmations. It's really just, I love journals, but I don't really see me using this much. And like I said, I bought it so that I could kind of show you guys what it was. And then at the end, it has, she does have like a prompt and a journal and a prompt journal entry. So like, what does food mean to me? And you write that down, and then you write down on the prompt what it means to you. So she has a bunch of pages of that. And then at the end, it talks about what you consumed, what the lessons were, how satisfied did you feel. So it's okay. If you get it, let me know what you think. It's just okay to me. I have a journal that I keep our budget in and meetings, and I'll just probably keep my weight in it, so I'll probably just add some of that to my journal, my personal journal. So that's okay. Went through the journal. Delay, don't deny. If you are not already a part of the big group, okay? And like I said, I think she's almost at 200,000 people, and it's went up. Do you remember what I said, Donna, how much it's went up over the past?
I don't remember.
I mean, it's crazy, and I said I hope that it's because of all of our people, But there is a big group that Jen Stevens runs in her group, her team. It's called Delay, Don't Deny, Intermittent Fasting Support. You do have to have a friend invite you to that group. Like, you can't just type join it. You have to have somebody that's already in the group invite you to the group, and then you have to answer, I think, 3 or 4 questions, and the answers are all yes. It's like, do you promise not to talk bad to people or something? And you just say yes, yes, yes to all of the questions. So if you want to be in that group and you're not already, oh my goodness, prepare yourself for some amazing pictures before, during, after. It's amazing. People on there have been doing this for 2 and 3 years. That is amazing. Another thing, I've been watching her or listening to Jen Stevens' podcast. If you don't have the money for the book, you can go out to her website. Again, it's jenstevens.com. She has a podcast that she has people on every single week. And I love listening to the podcast. If I'm sitting around playing on Facebook, I have it running in the background, listening to some inspirational things from some of her folks. I haven't already told you, I'm slated to be on there next year when I turn, this year, when I turn 50 in July. I've already asked if I can be a guest on her show. So you guys are going to be part of that. But ask a friend who's already on that group to the Facebook group, Delay, Don't Deny, Intermittent Fasting Support. Ask a friend to invite you and then say yes to all the questions. Okay. Donna, is there any questions from anybody out there? Any questions out in the Facebook world?
Nope. Doesn't look like anybody's got any. They can shoot them to me if they want. I can read them to you.
If anybody has questions, now's the time. I'm going to try to do this again next week, next Sunday evening. If you have some particular questions that you want me to run through, or any kind of anything that you want to know, we can talk through some things. And probably won't be as long next week, but
if anybody's interested, did you all see where she's doing a cruise?
She is doing a cruise. Yes, Jen Stevens has a intermittent fasting, a Delay, Don't Deny intermittent fasting cruise.
Mm-hmm.
It's once a year. Do you know when it is? Is it in March?
Hang on, I just had it.
I'm thinking I won't be ready for that in March, but maybe we could all shoot to go next year. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
I do talk to Jen on Messenger. I mean, she's not a friend of mine. If you know me, I always think everybody's my best friend. But Jen and I do message, and
It's June 22nd through 27th.
June 22nd through 27th.
Sailing out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Out of Charleston. Okay. Aunt Janice, we can do this. So anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
We can all go. That's great.
We can all go on the cruise. Yeah, so I do hope that we can keep this going. We'll have our measurement meetings once a month. I'll try to do these maybe every Sunday, unless I run out of stuff to talk about. But you guys are going to have to kind of help me. I look for this to go huge. What if we're the next WW? We're the MMs. I mean, it could happen. Intermittent fasting is a huge thing, and it's just now catching on. So we could be the pioneers of this new movement. So anyway, if you don't have anything else to say, I'll catch you later. Anybody questions?
I don't see any.
Great. Okay. Much love to all of you guys, and see you at dinner.